More than a veggie tray, more than a cheese plate, an overstuffed party platter like this becomes the main event at a party or even just Sunday dinner. Cy Foster joins me in the Studio 5 kitchen with the next new thing in entertaining, and that is the charcuterie board. I love this concept.
Oh, it's so fun.
Are you into it?
Yes, I love it, and my readers love it.
I bet they do. I bet they do. I didn't know that this was kind of an old idea made new again, but I understand your mom loved this as well.
Well, my mom's Japanese, but whenever people would come over, my mom always had cured meats and cheeses and fruit, and so she would just pull them out and arrange them on a little board and bring them out, and it was just, you just could count on it if you showed up at my mom's house at the last minute.
Where does the term charcuterie come from?
It's French, and it comes from, there were men that used to, and probably women too, that used to cure meats, and they were charcuterers, and that was their job, and you knew in your village you could go to that person and buy all of your cured meats, but it's kind of evolved. So it's, now it's, when you hear that word, it's so much more than just cured meat.
I was gonna say, it doesn't have, does your board even have to have meat on it?
It doesn't. It's kind of an anything goes type of thing now. So you can cater it to whatever your likes are or whatever party you're throwing or gathering you're having.
What makes a good board, a good base?
Okay, so you can really use anything. I've used a cookie sheet before. Underneath a board and gotten so carried away with the board that kind of thinking that the cookie sheet would, the jelly roll pan would catch the excess, but really I've gone all the way out to the edge. So if you have a little marble slab or a stone slab, as long as it's food safe, you can use that. You can use a piece of parchment paper.
Just stretch it down the table?
Right, and just do it right on your table. And so a lot of times Brooke, my daughter Brooke, you know Brooke?
Yes, I
we
love
did
her.
that for her wedding. We had a caterer do that and just do boards and things right on the table. And so it's just really fun. And so if you have a piece of paper, you can do this.
I know we're talking about this in the context of party entertaining, which is probably the most applicable, but a lot of moms I'm hearing are just doing this for dinner.
Right.
Putting food out on a plate and kind of doing a grab it all and go.
Yeah, so fun. And I mean, I did this on Christmas Day. I think that was the first time I put up a post about how to put one together. And I did it kind of in between meals because we do a big breakfast and a dinner, and I didn't really want to have to do lunch too, so I just did this, and everyone just grazed throughout the day.
Okay, let's get to the how, because there is, it looks easy, and I know it is, but if you've tried this and you've started to throw food on a board or on a cookie sheet, you realize there is an art to the aesthetic.
Okay, yes. So one of my first tips is start with kind of whatever you want your focus to be or your biggest thing first. So let's say we're going to do this on a little cutting board. My son actually made this for me years ago. No, in a woodshop class.
That's amazing.
So I put the biggest piece of cheese in the middle, and this is a piece of brie. And I think the things you want to look for is you want to mix textures, like you want to have creamy, crunchy, you want to have different colors. And so I think that's the first big tip, is think of different textures when you go to the store. So you can mix different textures. And the other thing you want to do is think about the colors that are going on, because if it's all yellow, it's not very appealing, right? So let's just build this little one together here. So I've brought this whole tray.
Center out then?
Yeah, I think it's easiest to do that. And so let's just start building from the center out, and you just pick up things that you like. I don't even know where to start. Where do I start? Anything that you like. Okay, and I think it's kind of good to put things like fruit and cheese next to each other, because that makes sense in my mind. So, and it's nice if you can use different types or colors of cheeses or textures. So this is an extra sharp, and it's yellow, so that's going to give it a nice color.
Next to the
This is a brie that's really soft, right?
Okay, we got some peppers going on.
Some little sliced up fresh peppers, So I would put it opposite whatever yellow you have, and then just put the most beautiful side up when you're arranging it.
Do I want to keep fruits with fruits, or does it matter?
You can mix, it's fine.
We'll mix.
So here's just some chopped kiwi. And I left the skin on, that's fine. And then I think it's kind of nice to have a little salty, to have some meat with it. So this is a salami that's sliced, and you can buy this pre-packaged in the deli. You can buy it from the deli and have them slice it. If you think these slices are too big, you could slice them in half again.
Because you want everything bite-sized, right?
Right. And if you have something that's super wet, now this isn't super wet, but if you have something like, I've got some beets on our other board, you can put those inside of little dishes.
Oh, so this could go on there?
No, you can leave that in there. But if you want different shapes, like a round dish or a square, some kind of a square, you can also put that in.
Now, what about, let's switch, let's go to the other side of the table. What about from the guest perspective? If you're at a party and they're serving dinner or snacks, snacks or appetizers on a charcuterie board, any etiquette we should be aware of?
Right. Well, I knew you were going to ask that. So, you know, we have people who are just very hands-on, no pun intended, and they're just going to reach in there, they're going to touch everything, grab things, and that's okay. But I think if you want to encourage maybe, you know,
a sanitary
people to be a little more sanitary, you can use like little mini tongs like this and set out, or I've got a lot of little, like, you know, forks and spreaders and things like that.
Like this.
Or you can just put out a little cup of toothpicks next to the board. And I always set little plates. And you can buy those, or if you have any, just a small plate next to the board.
You hope people will be wise and be aware, but those are helpful hints and polite hints too.
Right.
Can we take a look at your finished big board? I love the arrangement, I love the assortment. Here you followed that rule of mixing the textures, mixing the colors, and I do love the tip to put the individual shapes in platters and molds.
I think it just kind of adds a little interest. And if you look at this, the bowls don't all match. They're all different. They came from different places. This was like, you know, $1 at Target. And this was a gift that someone gave me. And this came in a gift box that I received. So they're just little bowls I've collected. And you could go to a thrift store and pick those up too for pennies.
This is a demonstrative, I guess, of the ultimate hostess. I don't know why, but you walk into a party and you see this beautiful platter, it just feels very party vibe.
It is. It's so fun. And seriously, 15 minutes to put this together at tops.
I love it.
And just really simple. And the other thing is, you have to know, is a lot of people gave me feedback and said, well, that must have cost a lot of money. And it does. It costs quite a bit of money to put together one of these or two of these. But you can ask your guests to bring a certain item and say, will you go pick up some little mini mozzarella balls? Will you pick up a pound of grapes in different colors, or fresh fruit, or give them 2 items? And then you can put it together as people come to the party, which is super fun.
You mentioned your readers are really in on this. Can we get more ideas on your website?
Yes, it's on abountifulkitchen.com, how to build a charcuterie board.
It's on my list of to-dos. I would like to be a hostess just like you and have this platter on my kitchen table. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Brooke.